Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here with my review of the Pachy Zord from Power Rangers Dino Charge. This is our first individual Zord release in a while for the next part of the Dino Charge wave, for the fall wave I guess, but it's, you know, summertime. And this is to be the Graphite Rangers Zord. So before we get started here, let's take a quick look at the box just like we usually do. The only reason I'm deciding to show these off, I contemplated not, is just because they have really cool falling over boxes. No, they have really cool, still falling over, box art on them, just like the other ones, which I think is really cool. It's just a really neat box art of Pachy, and then there's like this really cool like picture of a waterfall area in the background of it, which I just thought was neat. But that's pretty much the only thing worth noting. There is a little bit of a toy action shot here on the back, and then an advertisement of how it works, you know, what you can do with it, the other Zords in the line, and then it's compatible with everything Zord Builder, with Zords, cycles, everything like that. So it does come with a charger as advertised on the box where it says with charger. So here you get the Pachy Zord, or Pachy Zord, that's way easier. Pachy Zord, whatever way you want to say it. But you do get the little charger here, which is the regular style charger. Like I said, the name's on the back, which you already saw. You got the little symbol for him right there, the number. You get the little animation here as he goes from empty to full, just like usual. And here he is next to, if I can find it, there we are. Here's his Japanese counterpart for the charger right here. So this one only has 2 switches, just like all the other ones, as opposed to the full-on animation. And there's the back. Obviously it's got a different name because they have special names for him in Charger. But yeah, there's the look there. Now let's take a look at it in the Morpher.
Power Ranger Graphite!
And then, you know, you get the blasting noises and stuff. Alright, so very cool. With this one, you actually get a new Ranger transformation, because like I said, this is going to be Graphite's Zord. Alright, so let's set that aside for now. We'll just take a look at him on his own, and then we'll do a quick comparison to Pachy. So here's the Zord himself. He's got a giant brain helmet on before you activate his little gimmick. He's a very unique looking Zord with that. I never cared for the way it looked with this on top of it, but once it goes off of there, he's a pretty neat looking Zord. He is a bit of a darker shade of gray than the Japanese counterpart, which we'll go over here in a minute. But detail wise, honestly, he's not missing an absolute ton or anything. They're very small, like minor details that they're missing on these, for me at least. I know that it's like a huge deal into the world for some people, but I don't think he's missing that much. You can move his little arms, which is obviously feature transformation, but you can still sort of get some semi-poses out of him if you want to. Same thing with the legs. So like you can get him doing an awkward, like, I don't know, jig? I don't know what you want to do with him. But yeah, so there is that, which is all a feature of transformation, but at least allows you to do a little something if you want to. Okay. So for his gimmick, like each of them, he has a gimmick when you put the Dino Charger in him. So pull down his mouth here, and then you're going to put the charger in, and then this piece will flip backwards. So there you go. So that flips backwards like that, and now you can see he's just kind of got what looks like a Bob the Builder hard hat on, which isn't quite as cumbersome, which I think looks better like that. And then you can shift this down as well and twist it around. Right here it looks like he wants soup, like, soup, sir. So there's that. It's not like a full-on ball, but it just kind of dangles out like that. And if you put it around like that, then it will not look like he's begging for soup. So it's definitely different from the other one, which I will now show since we have that out. Here we have his Japanese counterpart, which I guess is actually pretty much the same gray. It feels like this one's a little bit darker, but there he is with his little hat on, and when typically you would put the Judenshi in there, but I have it out obviously, and his comes out here too as well. But as you can see, his is on like a little chain here, so it's actually like a series of little connected plastic pieces, so you can actually like pose it and place it around like that. And it does twist around here just like this one, except this is one solid piece there. But like I said, detail-wise, there's not an enormous amount missing. I mean, you have stuff like the silver paint up here and stuff, but it's got most of the things. This guy has some added dust from being on my shelf, so that's a huge plus. But yeah, just I kind of like the eyes on this guy more. If you can see here, they're just a little bit larger and more pronounced than this guy's little tiny eyes. But yeah, those are the difference between those. Obviously, there's going to be a size difference because of the scale between the two versions here. And the really only the main difference is the tail, which honestly, I'll be honest about it. I do prefer this kind. I think it's a little bit neater, a little bit more in line with what it does in the show. It's just kind of more unique than what this has going on. But I don't think this is terrible. I think it kind of works. I think that the gimmick for it really works better, or not better, but I mean for the, you know, sliding backwards type deal, really works well for that. So yeah, that's pretty much the main difference is this is one solid piece, not chains. It works differently, and then some slight little paint. Okay, so now we will go ahead and do the transformation with the Megazord, which is very, very simple. So take the Dino Charge Megazord and bring him in here, and let me just adjust up a little bit. Okay, so we got him here. We'll just take one of his arms off here in a minute. But for this guy, it's really, really simple. Once you have the charger in there, you can take it out like this, and then we're going to want to make sure that this clicks in so we can do it again. But you can take the charger out by sliding this little piece out. It's very easy. We're going to take that out again. Okay, so to transform it, you take the little mini arms and tuck them back here, and then fold his back arms like this. And like the instructions show you doing that, as far as I saw on it, I kind of prefer, personally, to pull them around here, and it kind of slides in there nicely. I just think it looks a little bit better. It just kind of, you know, all melds together. I'm not going to show a side-by-side comparison of this and the version with Kyoryugen, just because you're basically seeing the same thing, just in arm form. Okay, so now we are going to take this and put it on the Dino Charge Megazord. Okay, so we will take the Stegozord off here and just set him aside, and then you can place him on here. If I can get him lined up there. There you go. And then you can slide his little chain down here, and it'll sort of just slide to the side, which we'll show in a, you'll be able to see more in a second. But there you have it, which I'll assume will be like, what, tri-Pachy formation? So he's got the little arm there, and once this slides down, you can kind of twist it around. It'll just kind of hang off there to the side. With the other one, it'll just kind of clink up, and you can put it around like that. But yeah, that's a thing, and you can raise his arm up if you want to, and sort of have it sticking out like that, and twisting or whatever. But yeah, it doesn't, like I said, I'm gonna be honest, I do like the way the other one works more than this one. I kind of liked being able to, if you have it in this mode, have it sort of clinked up on the side. I thought it kind of had a cool effect, which really well represented the way that the chain looks. If it gets too in the way, you can pull it up, but it kind of looks funny sticking off like that. But it kind of gets it out of the way if you're having problems with it taking up space on the floor or something. But overall, it still is a solid auxiliary Zord, so if you're already getting the Dino Charge stuff, then I can recommend it, because it's a nice quality, it looks good, it does what it's supposed to, it still works with all the combinations and everything. So if you're already collecting it, I think it's a good addition for it, especially if you want Graphite Zord and then the charger that will make his sound. But anyway, that's about it. Until next time, make sure you check out the crazy podcast at writersrangersrambles.com. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, it's Awesome Writer, signing out.